In the days before his death, young Dolph could be seen engaging in feuds with a fellow Memphis rapper on Instagram. Why young Dolph? What was so special about him that made rappers feel threatened enough to want him dead? We'll get into that in a bit. A man with many lives. Young Dolph isn't an easy target to go with, as he has previously escaped more than once before he was finally killed. This reason could make anyone afraid of him. Imagine trying to kill a man more than once and he keeps surviving. But even a cat with 9 lives is going to end up dead someday. Also, due to the fact that he shined so brightly and created a lot of buzz in his wake that he became hard to ignore, should be scared of him. The rapper whose real name was Adolph Robert Thornton Jr. was buying cookies at Makita's Butter Cookies at about 1 p.m. Wednesday when he was shot down by unknown gunmen who drove up and shot through the window. A lot of buzz after his death ensued. Some have pointed to a certain number of his competitors, claiming that he got too hot for them to handle, so they had to do something about him. Could it be that the rapper got on many nerves and had to be shut down? Why did he create so much fear in the Memphis music section and of course the world that made death the only way to handle it? That must have been quite some scare he gave them, right? For Dolph, his final encounter was not the first time he'd had his run-in with life-threatening situations. He would often say that he has been targeted since he was 17 and he would be good no matter what. Young Dolph no doubt posed a threat to someone, and the event where he lost his life was not his first brush with death. He had had several brushes with death that would have made you guess for sure that someone really wanted him gone. The rapper had been the target of shootings a lot of times in the past. In February 2017, the rapper was involved in an incident where he nearly lost his life. His vehicle was shot multiple times in Charlotte, but he survived that incident. After this, in that same year in September, he was injured in a shooting in Los Angeles. The rapper was nearly killed in September after he had an argument with 3 men in Hollywood Boulevard's tourist district. This situation went awry, turning physical so quickly. This ended with young Dolph being shot 3 times, which left him in critical condition. In the same 2017, in a beef with a fellow Memphis rapper, Gotti, events turned serious as it evolved into a spray of bullets. The rapper's SUV was shot full of holes in Charlotte, North Carolina before a club event. The rapper, always looking on the bright side, turned the alleged incident into a promotion for his album, Bulletproof. One of the songs on the album was called 100 Shots. Charlotte police told The Guardian that they counted no more than 50 bullets on the scene and did not say if Dolph was connected to the incident. He turned this incident into publicity, saying, "I've been targeted since I was 17, 18, 19, as he later told The Guardian. I just knew that I was good. Yet he wasn't a person that lives in fear," he added in his interview. You got some people who really worry about that kind of I don't. Was Soulja scared of Dolph? In the days before his death, he and Soulja Boy were seen to be exchanging jabs on social media. We have no idea why these 2 rappers were at each other's throats again. Before Dolph's death, he and Soulja Boy were making headlines due to their ongoing feud. Some have said that this was because Soulja felt threatened by Dolph. With not much to go on, we can only assume that one person started it. On the 10th of November, Dolph hit out at Soulja Boy on Instagram saying, "How the I'm an independent artist and getting 100 racks plus for a show," with the captions, "How the at Key Glock got more cars and ice than you and your CEO." Soulja Boy would, however, respond to Dolph's comments, calling him a liar and that he is really 100% independent, no cap. In the Instagram video, Soulja Boy called out Dolph by name, stating, "Man, young Dolph, if you don't get your artists out my mother DM." In the video, the Memphis rapper went on to reference Dolph's past shooting incident, saying, "Ain't you the getting popped and shot at all the time?" A week before the rapper Dolph was shot to death, Soulja Boy went on an Instagram live chat with his fans. Soulja Boy said, "Man, stop playing. I'll put $100,000 ball on this head. Ain't ever play with me. Last that played with me, I shot him. I don't do the shoot. I'll do the shooting that." After one person mentioned Dolph, "I'll bet $100,000 this won't give me an address. How about that? Look, I got 100K cash. Look, DM the address and you can have all this in my hand. How about that?" The rapper, Trouble, called out Soulja Boy for releasing his song after Dolph's death. Soulja Boy wrote in a tweet, which he later deleted, saying that Trouble could be next. You see a pattern here? Well, can't point fingers. Could Gotti have been scared of Dolph? Another person who could have been intimidated by Dolph's success was Gotti. Well, not entirely at first, but that is what it looks like it evolved into much later on. Dolph famously had a feud with fellow Memphis rapper Yo Gotti following the release of his debut album called King of Memphis. The buzz this album created was so much that the other rappers felt intimidated by this. The title of the album is a title that Gotti reportedly used to refer to himself. Someone this cool, who wouldn't be scared? You see how this could cause some rifts in their relationships? In 2016, Dolph hinted that Gotti wasn't a fan. Of course, why would he be, right? The rapper tweeted, "Bro went from being my #1 fan and wanting to sign me to being my biggest hater." The two of them would take hits at each other in interviews and anywhere they could. The pair eventually released diss tracks against the other. In February 2017, Dolph dropped a diss track against Gotti called Play With Yo. 2 weeks later, Dolph released a video for the track featuring a Gotti lookalike. The next day after he released the video, his SUV was targeted with gunfire. More suspicious incidents that could be connected to Yo Gotti occurred later that year. Dolph was shot outside of a Lowe's Hollywood hotel in LA, where Gotti's entourage was staying. After the incident, Corey McClendon was arrested near the location of the shooting, but was later released. He was an associate of Gotti. Gotti and McClendon have had a past together, and in 2010, the pair turned themselves into police after a shooting occurred in the Memphis club Car Park. This was following an argument between Gotti and OG Boo Dirty, another local rapper. Contrary to both their actions, when he spoke on the Breakfast Club radio show 2017, Gotti said that there was no beef between him and Dolph. He said, "Me and homie never had one argument ever in life. We never touched each other ever in life. We never exchanged no money ever in life. The fact is, I'm the biggest rapper from Memphis. I help a lot of rappers from Memphis. I don't know. I can't really think about what it is." Even though he said he didn't have a beef with Dolph, a lot of fans speculated that he was scared of the rapper and his popularity. The buzz he created as a prominent rapper and the rising star that was well on his way towards becoming the King of Memphis, as he proclaimed. Dolph created his own style and the audience loved it. Black Youngster. Another person who could have been intimidated by Dolph is Black Youngster. His real name is Sammy Marquez Benson, and he is also a rapper that is signed with Yo Gotti's label Collective Music Group, CMG. Black first gained Gotti's attention when he released his breakout hit Heavy in 2015. It was after this that Gotti appeared on a remix of the song. Shortly after, the rapper got signed by Gotti to his label. During the beef as Dolph and Gotti exchanged jabs, Youngster took this opportunity to go on Instagram and post a video, threatening to smack the out of Dolph. The whole beef got awry, starting with Gotti, but on the 16th of May 2017, Youngster surrendered himself to the police on charges relating to the shooting of Dolph during the first time he was attacked. Youngster and his associates were alleged to have fired over 100 bullets into Dolph's SUV. This was an incident that left Dolph knocking at death's door for a couple of weeks. Youngster claimed that he was innocent before turning himself in. According to the arrest records, he and his associates were each charged with 6 counts of discharging a weapon in an occupied dwelling or moving vehicle and felony conspiracy. We don't really know what happened during this case, but later in the same month, the charges were dropped. Dolph said that the reason he survived the shooting was because his SUV was fitted with bulletproof panels. Youngster would later go on to release a song that he called Birthday. In this song, he makes a reference to the shooting and alleges that Dolph had him framed. We don't know if this is true or not, but fans made the comparison, saying Black was the Dolph that Gotti never had. If Gotti wanted Dolph and he couldn't have him, Black might have felt a little, Dolph seemed to be the star of Memphis and his fame could only get better. Youngster raps in his song saying, "How you gonna go and shoot your own truck up and play dead for the night, and then press charges on me and tell the police I did that? Now the feds say I'm a menace. This is for all the young innocent." In the song, Youngster also added, "Adolph Thornton, Dolph's real name, wanna see me dead and gone." In an interview after the shooting, Dolph said that he had no clue as to who shot at him. How Dolph left his mark. Dolph made a name for himself during his music career, and maybe the other rappers were right to be scared. He created his own style and made it stick. Originally, Dolph started freestyling with his friends as a teenager. It didn't take long for him to begin releasing mixtapes in 2008. It can be at a spot, it can be in a trap. It can be in the car driving, we just around, he told The Guardian. The rapper built a reputation for himself as a confident rapper hungry for success. He rapped on In My System off the 2017 mixtape Rich Crack Baby. "I clocked in when I was 12 and never clocked out. I'd rather motivate somebody all day long," he said in 2018. To me, that is timeless music. The rapper also used Close Brushes with Death as lyrics for his music. Young Dolph released his first mixtape, Paper Route Campaign, in 2008. 2 years later, he formally established his label, Paper Route Empire, in 2010. This was an independent record label that was not affiliated with the major record label. He subsequently released Welcome to Dolph World in that same year, with the release of mixtapes High Class Street Music and High Class Street Music Episode 2 in 2011. At this point, Dolph had begun to develop his own rap flow. He was shifting away from a style that was unique to Memphis rappers and creating his own. 3 6 Mafia and 8 Ball and MJG changed to a more personal style described as vociferous with a magnetic delivery and uniquely deep voice. With Dolph's increasing popularity, Memphis rapper Gotti extended him a record deal on Gotti's Collective Music Group label affiliated with Epic Records in August 2014, but Dolph declined, preferring to remain independent. This might have been where the beef started. He probably imagined that it would be better to have this star under his thumb. Dolph may have seen that and decided to stay independent, figuring he could guarantee his success on his own. His features and net worth, another reason to be scared. Dolph, who had 4.4 million followers on Instagram, impressed all his fans with his unique style of music when he released his debut studio album King of Memphis in 2016. Young Dolph followed up with his album Rich Slave, featuring the single R&B with Megan Thee Stallion in August 2020. I can't say for sure, but according to several publications, the rapper was worth around $3 million. The Memphis rapper gathered the most of his fortunes through his career, which spanned over 12 years. Young Dolph had 8 albums, 19 mixtapes, and 13 singles as a leading artist. He was a success throughout his career and collaborated with a lot of artists. He worked with artists like Key Glock, Megan Thee Stallion, and Lil Yachty, to name very few. Having an album with the title sounding as a jab to Yo Gotti is enough guts. Then the album peaking at 49th on the Billboard 200 is another jab to the face of Gotti. Youngster led an armed group attempting to find Young Dolph in Memphis and releasing a diss track, Shake Some, Young Dolph Diss, in response. I can't say for sure why he was killed, but there is a possibility that he got too big to handle. Someone did not like all the buzz this amazing artist was getting and decided to snuff it out.